go to high schools to teach, but I'm not doing that day in and day out, day in and day out. That would be hard for me because that's not my purpose. My purpose is to have the freedom and the ability to speak to the world, right? So don't get tied to your vehicle, and understand that that vehicle that you're in right now is to take you from point A to point B. I remember sharing this story at a school and sharing this to teachers and students. And one of the teachers said, I was in another profession, and in the mid part of my life, I changed over to become a teacher. And I'm so satisfied to become a school teacher. And I feel like I am more effective here than I was in that other corporate position. So they realized that it was a time in their life that they had to change their vehicle in order to fulfill their purpose. So that's what the how means. And then the last is when, the timeline. When do I start? You know, life, as I start to get older, I realize that time is getting faster. And I realize the currency of time, right? So when you look at the when, you have to decide that your time is valuable and you need to put a timeline on your purpose. You need to look at timeline on what you're going to do. You use your time better. Well, when do I have time to fulfill my purpose if I have a full-time job and I'm a full-time parent and I want to write a book, but I don't have any time? You don't have any time? You mean you don't have any time? You know, someone says you can. Saw this quote earlier today. We can wake up 7 o'clock in the morning to get to a job that pays us a paycheck for someone else's vision, but you can't wake up 5 o'clock to be able to do your own. Even if you were to write a book, you say, I have this book that's burning on the inside. It's a part of my purpose to write this book, but I just don't have the time. I'm a full-time single parent. But you can always take a half an hour before you go to bed and focus on the chapter. When you make that timeline your importance, time becomes more critical and crucial to you. And you can use your time. And you put a timeline. When do I start? You start now. I am here today because the little steps that I've made in the past to get to where I'm at. Today is just a group of little steps that have given me to where I am today. So the little steps that you do when you decide to make now the moment to move forward is going to jettison. And then you're going to find out when you look back, those little steps have led to where you are now, miles and miles and miles ahead. Okay. So we said, where am I going? What am I supposed to be doing on my way to where? Why, my intention, how, my vehicle, and when is my timeline? Don't waste time understanding that you need purpose. Well, you're like, I need to discover how to discover my purpose, right? I don't know my purpose. Well, I'm going to give you a few things that are going to help you to discover what your purpose is. Okay. So a lot of times purpose is found in the problem. The problem.